Hi everyone, I'm Jenny, currently working as a global support engineer in AWS, which belongs to support organization in Australia and Sydney, and I'm majorly focusing on the EMR, Elastic MapReduce services. So previously I did have some work experience as a data engineer in a finance company and full stack developer in a startup company, and also technical Data Analyst in an e-commerce company. Yes, my bachelor degree, which was network design management, and graduated since end of 2017. And yes, I did also have a master degree, which is data science in University of Sydney, which is end of 2021. Yes, just when I graduated from the bachelor degree, I have no idea where to go. So there's a lot of funny things. I've done like a marketing person, digital marketing person, which is spending a lot of time on the Google Analytics and Google AdWords. So yeah, it's more likely the marketing association role. Yes, honestly, that's my first role. Not exactly IT role, but that was my first role. So yeah, and also later on, as I got a chance with my friends, so we are working as a small freelancer team. Yeah, we are working on a project, and at the moment, I'm majorly focusing on the front end by using VUE. Yes, the first challenge gonna be I have no idea where I graduated from bachelor degree, which is network design management. I have no idea where I can drop my resume as there's not that much positions released at the moment for the network, and also I'm not very good student, especially during the network bachelor degree. Yeah, that's gonna be most of the challenge, and so I really need the training. I really need some boot camps to supporting me. When I just graduated from bachelor degree, I think the most challenging thing is no one really tell me what is this, what is network, what is the system development. Even I spent 3 years at bachelor degree in university, but yes, there's no some professional guy to tell me what is this, where you should go, or where that's the most challenging thing. And yeah, obviously, as as a young graduate, and there's no permanent resident. Honestly, for young people, and without very outstanding transcription from university, yes, the permanent residence visa is quite important, honestly. But honestly, this is not going to be the challenge for the talent, honestly. I have no choice, honestly, because I cannot just find full-time permanent role without PR and without too much work experience, without professional training. That's the only reason why I do freelancer. And even a lot of people, they cannot to have the chance to be a freelancer because some very low pay, and also they won't trust you because you're just a graduate. You didn't have any work experience. Why they can trust you? That's factory, right? Because you are not eligible, you are not qualified. As far as I know, there's not much, my friends, especially for junior, young student, they don't have a chance really to starting as a freelancer. So, but I still think, freelancer is for good practice. You have to learn per customer required, and you want to make the deal, you want to make money, you want to support yourself. Yes, that's a quite good challenge, to quick learning, to make you quick learning from different stuff. I decided to switch to the data area. That was the first thing. I almost at the moment I almost have like over half a year as a single boy. That was an e-commerce company, and I spent most of the time writing SQL to deal with the Redshift by using PostgreSQL at the moment. Yes, that's practiced a lot my SQL skill, and I have the very basic understanding of a SQL warehouse or big data data warehouse. Previously, I just learned from my bachelor degree the subject called big data, learning stuff like Hadoop, MapReduce, Spark sort of thing. But I haven't got a chance really in the commercial environment. So yes, that's very attractive to me because at the moment I'm a single boy. I have very basic full stack development experience. So I think that was the time to decide where I'm going to go in the future. So that's why I decided maybe I should pick up data because I'm not have very strengths in coding because I'm not meaning for data coding is not important. No, coding is still important, but compared with the computer science student, they spend like 2 or 3 or even more subject on coding, on algorithm, data structure sort of thing. Yes, that's my strategy. I cannot easy. It is not easy for me to really catch up. So that's why I decided to start in data engineering or data industry. I needed someone to help me. I don't have a really chance to be trained under the current, the business at the moment because they don't have the resources to supporting me. Even they just need a single boy. They don't want someone really to think about architecture, think about the entire business and something underlying the system. They don't care about that. They just wanted to make the dashboard to be released. So yes, that was the motivation I started匠人data course. Yes, it's quite different. Before I really started匠人course, I think for the big data stuff, basically what we need is just excellent SQL skill, understanding MapReduce or Spark streaming or Spark stuff, and we can spin up the clusters under AWS or GCP and build up the pipeline. I think that should be almost there. That initially my thought like this. Super simple, right? Just over the cloud environment, we need to build up a pipeline to support business running or business requirement. That's the first thing idea comes up with my mind. What did engineer do? However, after over half of the course, yes, so everything's changed. The thought it was changed because what need to do is yes, you need to be architecture. You need to understand the most of services in AWS or GCP, especially relating to data. And yes, you need to understand most of them. And not just the use, you need to understand the underlying stuff. You need to understand the business scenario. Yes, that's quite challenging because there's a lot of stuff. Not just AWS, not just this GCP, and also some open source stuff like the Spark something. Yes, that's very challenging. And also, you will learn a lot of the very popular tool, not exactly under AWS or GCP, which is they may be not open source, they may be charging, such as something like Snowflake, something like Matillion at the moment. Yes, that's very expensive experience. That for the young people, junior people, they don't have a chance really to understand them, even to use them. So that was great because the course, the tutor, or the lecturer, the teacher of the course, they are very experienced, and they did have like maybe tens, maybe even hundreds of projects experience, led them to leading you into the engineering. So that's expensive. The reason is you can't, have that much experience before you to be a data engineer. That's a ridiculous, but the market is. The employer, they don't happy to pay a lot of the time and money to train you. They just want someone can be take over the current vacancy and start working in short period of time, like few weeks, few months. Yeah, that's a reality. honestly, the course is not exactly really connected to what I learned from university. Unless some very basic stuff like network, like the port. Yes, most of the time the course is focusing on the tools, the experience, the case sharing, and how in which scenario what should do, what you can do, what should do, and to solve the business requirement. Most of the case is more focused on this. So that's why for the data, it better have the basic understanding of whatever the data stuff, data analytics, Python. It's better you do have the experience or basic knowledge about network, the cloud compute stuff. That will be great, much easier for your journey. Otherwise, you have to spend a lot of time to use the resources provided by teacher and to learn yourself. Otherwise, you may lose. Most of the time, the course is relating to experience sharing by teacher. They will share some of the case, some of the typical case, challenging case. This stuff is very helpful during your interview, especially interview, because most of the time interview just like a few hours, sometimes even 1 or 2 hours. That's it. So how can you show your capability or show your professional, show your impression is very important. So the more extensive knowledge and experience you do, you can get more score during the interview. You can't just wait in like the 1 hour interview and spend half of the time tell the interviewer your story, how you spend the time. It's impossible, and it's very stupid, honestly. So within the given time, like 6 minutes, how much information you can deliver to the interview that decides your outcome. If you can be hired, if you can be offered, or even if you can be passed the current role. So yes, the project experience, even sometimes the experience shared by a teacher, that's gonna be the very expensive knowledge to you, keeping in mind and share this information during the interview. That's very important. We're in the Sydney Linear workspace, and we're studying together, and we can communicate with each other. The likelihood is a lot of the people, they did have a basic background, so we can to discuss some the challenge stuff instead of a very basic stuff. That's quite good. So yes, that was quite good during the course time. That was like 3 to 4 months, I still remember. Yeah, that was great. And I learned a lot of whatever from teacher or from my classmates. Yeah, after I graduated from John, honestly, because that was I still focusing on full stack development at that moment. So later on, around 1 year, I decided really to start my data journey. Yeah, the first role I got is data engineer in a finance trading company of Australia. Honestly, this business is good, and they are doing global at the moment. Yeah, the salary is nearly around the 100K package. So, that was good. I think that was good to me because that's my first role in data. So yes, I'm happy with that at the moment. But my major daily basis is build up the data pipeline under AWS in AWS environment. There's like the over 10 data sources from different places, from AWS RDS, from other MySQL, from MongoDB, blah blah blah. A lot of complex data source. And what I need to do is to build up the pipelines and to centralize all data sets in our lakehouse. The major tool that was used the Databricks. Even I didn't learn Databricks, but I use a lot of the knowledge, the concepts, the architecture stuff from teacher previously, and to build up the data pipeline by using Databricks. it's still working and very good, easy to use. Yeah, pretty good. Most of the difference is most of the time匠provided the knowledge which can be used in real production. Yeah, you can see this is like the practical level. It's not exactly the fundamental basic knowledge, or not much. However, for the university, you are building up your potential. I mean, your possibility for your future. So, university will spend a lot of time to let you understand what is network, what is endpoint, what is the function stuff. So it's probably very basic. So both of them, they do have the pros and cons. But especially for you trying to grab a job, interview most of the time, let's say normal, small, medium, small size business, they don't have the time to communicate with you. Hey, what is network? That's ridiculous, right? They don't have that much time. Most of the time, they will ask you, what is VPC in AWS? What is a network gateway? Google, whatever, something like that. They looking for you to have like the practical experience instead of student in university. So yes, whatever journey and university knowledges, they do, both of them, they have the pros and cons. It depends on what's your purpose currently you want to do. For example, grab a job, or potentially you want to build up yourself as talent engineer. That's different purposes. It depends on you. For example,匠provided very great the platform. I know a lot of the good teachers from very big company. The teachers maybe from Google, maybe from Telstra, Commonwealth Bank, NZ Bank, blah blah blah. Yes. At the moment, I still remember few of teachers, their background is great. That was amazing to me. That was, for example, Commonwealth Bank, ANZ Bank, RMIT, PhD. I think he's a professor now in US maybe. Anyway, he was a doctor, very talented people. Yeah, I learned a lot from these teachers. And匠, they provided a lot of resources to me, whatever for the resume update, for the social networking to learn more, and they also sharing a lot of the opportunities from different business. That was great. They both teaching, both the languages, and also the program. Yes, for the teaching part, I mentioned already. They will deliver to me a lot of experience, which I can use in real commercial project, or I can share this information during my interviews process. Both, they are expensive to bring to build up my career. I can use these knowledges and the experience to reset my mindset. To be more professional during whatever interview or solution discussion with the high management. So yes, that was very helpful. But yeah, even for now, I still sometimes I need to refer back to part of knowledges. Yeah, that's great. For the project side, yes, because it's a few years ago, the project is not comprehensive. Honestly, at the moment I did have the two that was the data science project and a cargo project. The teacher was leading us to join the cargo competition, and I think that was we got great. I thought maybe bronze or something. That's good experience and practice. Let us really understand how the commercial using the data stuff. And also, yes, we are to be divided a group of 3 or 4 and collaborate with each other for different part of the data pipeline. That was great. And I heard from now the匠provided from data side to DevOps side and to full stack developer side. That's amazing. That's the real, the commercial project. That's a real commercial business working in the IT practice. That's amazing. Totally different of your first job and the second and the third job. Let's say the first job, when I was a single boy, writing SQL, to build up a dashboard, to learn a lot of stuff about digital but I didn't have a chance to learn about the engineering side stuff because they don't need. The business first more, they just want to build up dashboard. So that's the first role. But for second role, that was a full-stack developer and still startup company. I don't have the the very formal training. Everything was given by our management and the boss, and basically just let you know what they want, and you need to find a solution to make it done. So yeah, for the second one, still the startup company, and they are not very big, and they are not very they don't have too much probability. So that's why for the second role, it's still not very great, but it's good for you to build up your knowledge side. You have to learn a lot from networking, from system stuff. Even sometimes you need some time to deal with some physical device. But that's still good practice. But it depends. They just give you a chance, have the very wide knowledge base, but you can't go too deep in small business. That's the question. Yes, you have to really decide which way you want to go. Because a hobby, yeah, that's the common question or common knowledge. If you work for what your daily basis is your hobby, will make your life much easier. So I think for the young graduate, when you really understand how IT industry looks like, what they have, for example, front end, back end, project management, UI, UX experiences, data stuff, data science stuff. When you really understand how these roles or these aspects working or it looks like, then you got a chance to select, to choose. I think that the first important thing is decided your goal, or your orientation stuff, where you want to go in the future. What's the necessary years looks like. So that's the first thing to decide your aspect within the industry. And after that, you need to pay for your time. Even sometimes spend some money, like me, to spend thousands. That was like a 1 month salary spent on learn to build up your knowledge. Yes. The second stage is going to be you need to pay for whatever time or money or other stuff to trade. That's kind of the trade, right? You spend money and you learn the knowledge, speed up your career. I think that's honestly I still find it's great trade. Just like the $3,000 or $4,000 a few years ago, right? Just $3,000 or $4,000, and now I still got a chance to learn from the great people. That's very good trade. Yes, the second stage is you need to spend the time and to keep starting. The third one is to dive deep. Dive deep is one important AWS leadership principle, which is lead you to understand how this looks like, how they're working, and easy for you to whatever troubleshooting or build up your future career. So that deep is very important as well. I think when you almost to be stage 3, I think you should be at least a middle level data engineer. I think that's enough for now because I'm still on the journey. Yes, you need to find something you are really interested in. Instead of short period of time, maybe some role give you a good pay, but you don't like. That's gonna be the restriction for you to be next level of your journey. So hobby, you need to love your job. You're happy to learn more about your job. That's the important stuff, whatever which stage. Especially, yes, maybe you are still confused in what day is. Maybe just do it. Whatever the role. If you don't have a very clear goal, just do it first. Because you're still young, you still got a chance to change in the future, so why not just do it? All the best luck for journey and for the